Saints Cardinals review. All right. Just sprinted home from the dome. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game. What a game. I mean, that was a roller coaster. That was a crazy game to watch. I mean, the entire thing was just, a roller coaster is the best way to put it. That's exactly what it was. The Saints beat themselves in a lot of ways. It felt like pulling teeth at times just to get things going or just to get a stop or just to have things go your way. A ton of penalties. Some that were, like the Kool-Aid pass interference. I don't think it was pass interference. I'm in the stand, so it might have been on camera or whatever. The overturned catch from Olave at the end, I thought that was questionable. The missed field goal from Groupie. There was just, it seemed like every single marginal play, it just went against us. Three different 3rd and 10s we let Arizona convert. It was just, we really, really had to scratch and claw to make this a game, and it was a game. So let's go ahead and go through the box score and talk about it. Okay, let's see. First downs, 21-19. So Saints win that. Total plays, 69-61. We win that. Total yards, 315-276. We win that. Yards per play, 4.6 to 4.5. Not great for either team, but we win that. Passing yards, we win that. Yards per pass, Saints win that. Sacks, Saints win that. Rushing, they ran the ball better. 5.4 yards a rush. We averaged 4.9, 146 to 107. Penalties were huge in this game. Time of possession, Arizona wins that. No turnovers for either team. The box score absolutely is a one-score game. Like, I tweeted this out, but when it was a two-possession game, I was like, look, this box score is not telling that story. But the reason it was a two-possession game was because of the missed field goal, was because of 13 penalties for 89 yards. Cannot do that. And at one point, the Cardinals were 4 for 6 on 3rd down. Again, you can't do that. And the Saints just kind of shot themselves in the foot. But overall, really competitive game and absolutely could have went either way. I mean, at the end of the game, it came down to a Juwan Johnson catch that should he have caught it? Was it a tough catch? Whatever. But Spencer Rattler puts the ball in his hands in the end zone. You come down with it. You get a chance to go for 2 and win the game. And I think they would have absolutely gone for 2 to win the game. Even the field goal. If Blake Groupie kicks a field goal, the first one, we don't attempt a field goal in the second time he kicked one. We don't attempt that. We go for it, right? So what happens then? It's all these things where it could have went either way for sure. But Saints come up short on this one. There were good things and bad things. The bad things, let's start with the bad things. The timeouts at the end of the first half, no doubt about it, no questions asked, huge mistake. Like, that was what I think happened. Was I think Kellen was planning on holding them for the drive, and Arizona just got into a situation where they bled more clock than he was expecting, and I don't think he had a plan. I don't think he reacted appropriately or whatever. He should have at least called one timeout to give the Saints a little bit more time on that final drive. But I think he just kind of got caught. Jesus, had a stroke there. In no man's land is how it looked to me. But yeah, he'll correct that. But that was a mistake, no doubt about it. That was a blunder, if you will. Also bad, I mentioned it, 3rd downs on the first half. We ended up 6 for 13, or they ended up going 6 for 13 on 3rd downs, whatever. We were 5 for 14, but the 3rd and 10s being converted, specifically the one to Trey McBride where it was 3rd and 10, they complete like a 6-yard pass to McBride. They're basically giving up the play. He's like the bailout route where they're just dumping it to him, moving on. They're fine with punting or whatever. But Justin Reed misses a tackle and McBride picks it up. Like, that can't happen, right? That was bad. The penalties were horrible. Illegal formation, illegal motion, false starts, it's just any penalty you could possibly have, illegal man downfield, like anything we could have, we had. And those are drive killers. They're drive extenders for Arizona. Like, you can't, that's not going to be a thing. And big plays too, like big plays where, Alante, might have been Justin Reed, but someone had a run blown up in the backfield, and the run ends up going for like, let's see, it ends up going for like 52 yards. Like that stuff can't happen. Marvin Harrison's catch can't happen. Stuff like that. So that's the bad. The good, we ran the ball pretty well. I mean, we had a 4.9 yards per carry. Kendra looked good at times. Rattler, he did his thing. Kamara looked good at times. I'm surprised we didn't run Kamara more, but when you factor in that 7 carries went to Kendra Miller and Devin Neal, it's like, all right, I mean, that's fine. But they were more than willing to let Rattler throw the ball. And on 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, there's a lot of times where I was like, you know what? Run the football, convert, move on. And they let Rattler throw it. And they let Rattler throw it and pick up, a quick 3, a quick 4, move the chains. They did it on the 4th down in the last drive. And he showed a lot of moxie. And he was... I thought he was good. I thought he was good. I have no problem with Rattler. The play calling wasn't. It was very conservative, very, very conservative. With that being said, we kind of saw that coming, right? Like we talked about it before the game. We talked about where both teams are going to do the exact same thing. Both teams are going to do or have the same style of offense where they're just dinking and dunking down the field. They're running the football. They're throwing, 6-yard curls and 5-yard digs and screens and whatever. And the two teams, and I think that's why it felt like pulling teeth at times, because they were both just doing the same thing. Like the Cardinals were just, Kyler Murray went 21 of 29 for 163 with a 5.6 average. Like he did the exact same thing that Spencer Rattler did. And that's a 5.6 average with a 45-yard completion to Marvin Harrison. Like Spencer Rattler didn't have a 50-yard completion, but a 45-yard completion, and he still only has a 5.6 yards, an average, and 163 yards. You take that away, Kyler barely has over 100 yards rushing, but that's just what Arizona does. Arizona just kind of dink and dunks down the field. James Conner, 12 for 39, held James Conner in check. Trey Benson, he has the 52-yard carry, which should have been blown up in the backfield. I thought, I thought a lot of that was okay. I mean, we had 5 sacks. I know, that was a question coming into the season, was the defensive line, but 5 sacks is fine. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of good here. There was a lot of, I'll tell you this. After watching this game, I'm pretty comfortable saying this is not the worst team in the NFL. I'm pretty comfortable saying that this team is exactly who we thought they were, where they're going to play this style, this kind of run the football, kind of safer routes, at least until Rattler gets going, or at least until they feel comfortable extending some stuff. But Chris Olave having 13 targets, you got to love to see that. You got to love to see getting the ball to your playmakers. 13 targets for Chris Olave, 9 targets for Rashid Shaheed, 11 targets to Juwan Johnson. Man, if he could have came down with one at the end there. Alvin Kamara's non-usage in the passing game is kind of surprising. And that's something we'll have to monitor. Is that something that we'll see more, that Kellen's willing to use, his wide receivers and tight ends over the running back, or was it just a one game kind of thing? Whatever. I thought the defense got better in the second half. Or they were way better in the second half, especially on 3rd down. We talked about it. They were 4 for 6, I think, in the first half, which makes them 2 for 7 on 3rd down in the second half. Huge stop at the end there to get the ball back. And real quick, I'll go on a soapbox here for a second. I am really surprised at how many people left the Dome and how much doom and gloom was on Twitter for it being a 1-possession game, even when it was a 2-possession game. I remember I looked up and it was like 6 minutes or something like that on the clock. We were down 10. We had 3 timeouts, and a lot of people were leaving. A lot of people were on Twitter saying this is the worst team of all time. Guys, if doom and gloom and get the brown paper bags out and whatever is having a 2-minute drive with a chance to win the game against a team that you're a 6.5 point underdog against, if that's doom and gloom and that's the worst case scenario, and that, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we know that this is a young team. We know this is a rebuild. We know this is the first game for Kellen Moore as a head. Like, we know this is going to take some time. If a 2-minute drive to win it, and Juwan Johnson has a ball in the end zone with his hands on it to tie the game, like, if that's your idea of, man, this team sucks, bring Dennis Allen back, bring Pete Carmichael back, we like, blow it up. I don't know. I mean, you might need to start watching tennis. You might need to start watching golf. Watch something else, because, yeah, we didn't get the win, but I think overall, you take this. If I told you Spencer Rattler will have the ball with 2 minutes left, down 7, will you take it? Yeah, sure. And think about how much the Saints had to go through to get there. Like, think about the penalties, the missed field goal, the overturned calls, the defensive pass interference, the 3rd and 10s, all that stuff. Like, all that happened. And the Saints had the ball with a chance to win the game. You know? Like, it's I don't know. I was really surprised in game 1 how quick everything turned to same old Saints, LMAO, hire Dennis Allen. I honestly think that's crazy. I really do. I mean, I think that's kind of insane. I'll tell you a team. I'll tell you the team that should be concerned. The team that should be concerned, right here, right? What do we have to hear all offseason? The Carolina Panthers are taking a step. Bryce Young's good. Bryce Young's good, everybody. They're taking a step. Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, all right. I'd much rather have this than whatever Carolina's got. All right? So just think, give it some time, guys. Like, you're going to win games. You're going to lose games. What the team showed me, and we talked about it leading up to the game, like, the team showed me that it is going to be competitive and it's going to be a relevant team. And if you get the breaks, if you get a turnover here and there, if you get a big play here and there, whatever, you can absolutely win games. The Saints can absolutely win games. So, I'm not, popping champagne or anything after a 7-point loss, but I look at this box score, I see the performance, I see what Rattler looked like. I loved the play calling from Kellen. I thought the play calling was nicey. The mix between the intermediate to short passing, the screens, even the running play, I thought it just looked very nice. Kendra Miller looked good. I liked how he utilized some players. I trust Kevin. I trust Kellen, and Kellen will make adjustments. Kellen will make adjustments, and he will figure out what worked in this game, what didn't work, who didn't play, who should play, whatever, and we'll just keep building and building and building. But for a first game with as many question marks, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. So it went almost exactly how we thought it would go. We just didn't get any breaks, and we shot ourselves in the foot with the penalties. But I'm sure one of the first things Kellen will answer in his post-game presser is going to be about the timeouts. So I'm interested to hear what he has to say about that, because, that was a whoopsie-poopsie. But, overall, we grade the box scores every week, and I would grade this one. This one isn't fully a Fugazi box score, but it definitely is not a 7-point difference in the box score. This is probably closer. It's probably closer to like Arizona winning by 3, Arizona winning by 2, 1, something like, maybe even 1. That's probably what it should have been. And it probably should have been, if the Saints score and go for 2, it should have been a 1-point game either way. I think it's probably a bit more fair. So, yeah, good game, very fun to watch, very exciting. You got to admit that, like, no doubt about it. The Saints are an exciting team. They're a fun team, and I think you can take a lot of positives away from this. So All right, ladies and gentlemen, get on down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Or did you just turn the game off? Did you turn the game off when they were down 10 with 8 minutes left and you did something else? Let me know. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.